This episode is sponsored by eLuxury Supply. Use offer code EvansvillePodcast10 at checkout to save 10% on your order at eluxurysupply.com. Welcome to Evansville Podcast. My name is Jason Burton. Thanks for listening. On this episode, Mark Goltiao, co-owner of Evansville Power Yoga, and Samantha Minnette, yoga instructor at Evansville Power Yoga, discuss the upcoming 7th inning stretch yoga event that will be held at Bosse Field on September 27th, 2016. The doors will open for registration and live music at 9 a.m., and then the yoga practice begins at 10 a.m. This is a citywide event, and it's promoted by Energize Evansville, the Evansville Otters, Yoga 101, and Evansville Power Yoga. We also discuss favorite and difficult yoga poses, hidden Evansville gyms, what Evansville needs, and how Mark ended up in Evansville. As you may know, doing this podcast introduces me to a lot of interesting companies and people. Now, for example, did you know one of the top-selling bedding companies on Amazon is based right here in Evansville? They're called eLuxury Supply. They sell sheets and beds and mattress pads and dog beds and really all kinds of stuff for the home, for every room in the home. They're on Amazon, and they sell through their own website at eluxurysupply.com. In fact, I ordered 2 of these mattresses last year over the internet. I didn't even realize the company was an Evansville company. I was so happy to learn eLuxury Supply mattresses were great mattresses and from Evansville. They give a great night's sleep, and they've sold thousands of these things, and they have great customer reviews. So, did you know about this? Because I think we need to get the word out about eLuxury Supply and how great they are. So I'm gonna be bragging about them on episodes here, and also we have partnered with eLuxury Supply. So if you go to eluxurysupply.com and enter offer code EvansvillePodcast10, you will save 10% on your order. And this offer is effective through the end of the year. So the offer ends January 1st, 2017. So check out eluxurysupply.com. Great mattress for people who like a great night's sleep. And me and my wife use one, and my son uses one, and we love it. So thanks, eLuxury Supply. Now, since the recording of what you're about to hear, Mayor Winnecke has announced that there will be a special ceremony to honor Olympian Lily King at the 7th inning stretch event. So, very cool. Make sure you check out the 7th inning stretch, and we can support Lily and also have a good time practicing yoga with everyone. So, speaking of the mayor, I hope you were in attendance at Parks Fest, or maybe saw online. I know there were some people sharing, Facebook living as it happened, the wonderful rendition of Love Shack by the mayor, Mr. Winnecke, and Cynthia Murray and the Factor Primo, which they did a great job, and it was something that you should not have missed. If you did, you really missed out on quite a performance. We really appreciate the mayor being a good sport and doing things like this to really just put himself out there, and it was amazing. So speaking of Parks Fest, we had a great time. Hopefully you made it out there. Just epic performances by everything I saw was great. Ending the night with Houndmouth, they were amazing. Had never heard them live. Great job. So, high fives to Alex Maurer and the Parks Fest team for pulling together yet another great Parks Fest. So, on to next year's. I think Laura and I were talking last night that instead of going by calendar year, we're going to go by Parks Fest year. It's like a fiscal year, so we're entering in year 4 now. So enough Parks Fest love. Let's get into the show and learn more about 7th inning stretch. Thanks. All right, we're here to talk about the 7th inning stretch, which is at Bosse Field, coming up very soon, correct?
Yes.
It is.
And you are who?
I'm Mark Goltiao, and I'm the co-owner of Evansville Power Yoga.
And I'm Samantha Minnette, and I'm a yoga instructor at Evansville Power Yoga.
Very cool. And this this event, the 7th inning stretch, it's going to be on it's a morning, right?
Yep.
This is a morning event.
It is
on
Rise and Shine.
On Bosse Field, out in the grass.
Outfield, yes.
Outfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starts at 9 o'clock.
9
Yeah.
o'clock.
So our yoga practice will begin at 10.
Okay.
Gates open at 9.
Yep.
So we want people to get there as soon as possible so you can get your own spot.
Okay.
And listen to some music.
Bring your own mats.
Bring your own mats. We'll have
some?
mats too.
We'll have a few mats.
Yeah.
Beach
got 'em,
towels.
bring 'em. Okay. Beach towels.
Is fine too.
Yep.
Beach
Okay.
towels. Beach mats.
Beach mats.
Beach mats work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the grass is pretty soft that if they don't have mats, I'm sure they're going to have towel, but that grass on the outfield is soft.
Oh, it's perfect. It's a perfect yoga grass.
Feels good in between my toes.
I did.
know.
I mean, I saw people laying down in the grass at Brewfest.
I know.
So I guess it's tested.
It has been tested. And this is our second time doing it. So 2 years ago, we did it for Streets Alive when it was over at Garvin Park.
Sure, yeah.
And it was an amazing event. Unforgettable.
And Mayor Lloyd was there, and he was an advocate, and he's been asking us last year and finally this year says we've got to do that again, and we said sure, let's go for it. Yeah. And we're going for the largest yoga event,
outdoor yoga event in Evansville. And
we did it the first time.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it again.
So all we have to do is beat 170.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
that's
completely
totally
doable.
Reasonable. Yeah. I thought you were going to say like thousands. And
Well, we looked up the world record.
35,000.
Oh, hey. So in Evansville.
It was in India.
We're going for it.
The birthplace of yoga.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's there.
It seems like an advantage that they have. That's home field advantage.
Yeah.
We'll give them that.
Yeah.
We'll give them that.
Okay.
So
why yoga? I guess. Bosse Field. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I'm wondering where's the idea come from? How does this? Other than I want to have the most people do yoga somewhere.
Number one, September is known as National Yoga Month.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we want to celebrate Yoga Month by giving back to the community, and Bosse Field has a big enough field to accommodate. I'm sure we could have been somewhere else. There's at least some sort of enclosure and make it grand. Other cities, San Francisco, big Philadelphia,
even St.
Cincinnati.
Louis, Busch Stadium has it almost on the off season. So early spring after October, they have regular events out there.
Right.
And it's just the novelty of it. Like, when can you go practice yoga on a baseball field?
Right.
And yeah, right. And also we wanted to make it accessible. We wanted to make it lighthearted and fun that anyone could do it.
Right.
Even if you haven't done it before.
Right.
What we're gonna bring a program that is family friendly.
Mm-hmm. All ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yoga can be intimidating for some people. Guys.
He said his hamstrings would snap.
My hamstrings are made of old rubber bands. And they'll snap. But that will not prevent me from being there. I will be there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so making it accessible, that's an important thing, right?
First of all, because we're going to represent yoga in the city, and we're not going to want to do something that's going to hurt half
exactly.
of Athens.
Yeah, we want to cultivate.
No.
And we want to cultivate fun too. I mean, that's what drew me into power yoga. There's so many different things that kept me at the studio, but probably one of the biggest is this community aspect of just fun and lightheartedness and just acceptance. And that's what drew me into the studio. So that's what we want to cultivate at this event. Because I always want to think about maybe we could get, people interested into our studio through this event, but then they stay at our studio and then they tell their friends and it spreads. So it's awesome.
Yeah. And so the power portion of Evansville Power Yoga, where does that come from?
Great question. The power, and people, there's a misconception that they think power, rugged, militant, whip and chain,
Right.
aggressive, right?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Power in Evansville Power Yoga stands for personal transformation, personal guts, to be inspired to do whatever you want to do, not just physically, but outside your life. Power. Another word is empowerment. So think more empowerment versus physical power. There is a rigor in this style of yoga, and everyone can do it, though.
Right.
So there's modifications. So the power is more about personal internal power, I think. I don't think I know.
You know.
I know.
And it's proof, evident in our lives, and all the people that come to our studio can attest to the how we cultivate an environment for transformation and growth. And you do a lot of work on your mat. And that's where it all starts. It starts on your mat. It starts in your head and your body, but then it spreads out to your daily life too. And if it wasn't for the actual yoga practice, like the vinyasa, the flow, the connection to your breath, for me, that's where it all started. Then I saw different areas in my life start to transform, but I realized that it all started with yoga. So, and then it changed my life because then I became a yoga instructor, and I wouldn't have been a yoga instructor if it wasn't for EPY. So this guy right here, life changer.
It goes beyond, it really goes beyond the physical, beyond the physical. And then it's one of those things where you just have to do it. It doesn't matter what style of yoga.
Right.
You have to just give it a fair shot. Do it for a month or 2 months, and then things shift. Yeah, you get more flexible, you get stronger, and just something magical. We're throwing around magical.
Yeah, it's true.
There's something that happens, some sort of a shift.
And that's hard to describe just by words. You have to feel it. And that's something that I try really hard to cultivate with my students, and that you have to feel like the second you want to get out of your pose is when it really starts. That's when true growth starts, is whenever you're uncomfortable and whenever you feel like, oh, I need to get out of a pose. But now I think about it, like there's lots of areas in my life that is like that, right? I mean, I want to grow in this area or that area, but I have to be in an environment that cultivates growth, but at the same time, like be uncomfortable with where you're at. So,
Interesting. So going back to the seventh inning stretch then, which, is a great name because baseball.
It's smart.
It's awesome.
I
right?
know,
Would really
it's so good.
would really
It's so
not work on a
creative.
football field.
No, it would not.
What could we call a football one?
It would be halftime.
There you go.
Halftime.
See?
I love it.
Half stretch? No, that wouldn't.
Okay, so
half lift.
half lift is good.
There's a post called half lift. I was like, oh my gosh,
You got it. Boom.
we got it.
We're really big into like, what's it called whenever you have like a letter, it starts with like F and F. So it'd be like
Alliteration.
football.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We're really big into that at the studio.
Like Fun Fridays and Taco Tuesdays, but
Right.
that's
I know, but I mean, we've done that before. Trying to think of like foam roller. What do we do? Foam and roll. I don't know, but
fun foam.
fun foam.
There you go.
Yeah. So
But yeah, so this event, it's not like you have to like practice for a month or something to go to. Like you were mentioning, it's beginners and families, and you'll have little kids out there being just.
if you've
Yeah,
never done
just do
yoga
whatever.
before, come.
Actually, if you've never done yoga before, it's perfect for you.
Oh, yeah.
It is perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
It's catered to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We made this for you.
So just
Everyone out
come.
there that's
Just
listening to
come.
this, you've never even stepped foot on a yoga mat. This is you.
Now, is there anything else going on at the event besides the wonderful yoga?
Yes. So, one of our good friends, Steve Tyner, is going to be playing.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy. That dude.
Steve.
The dude.
Steve.
Yeah. So,
is going to be there.
so Steve and his mom, actually, they're going to be playing some jazz music, and they've been
nice.
practicing. So I asked them,
I thought he didn't practice.
oh, that's right. Well, Steve, I'm sorry.
Maybe that's
but
a different band.
I know. The other one, I don't know. They actually practice. But, yeah, so they've been practicing and they've been figuring out what songs they're going to play.
Very
and
cool.
I've heard some of them. They sound amazing. So it should be a really good listening environment for everyone. So I'm going to try to get them to play as we're walking in, getting set up, and then we'll have our practice, and then they can play some while we're eating. And there's going to be some food there too.
Nice.
We're having coffee from the one and only Honeydew,
Yeah.
which we're drinking right now. Zach Parsons, shout out. Jessica, what's up?
And is it La Compriana? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think that's it.
Yeah. They're going to
it.
be bringing in fresh fruit.
So good.
Oh, man.
Mangoes.
Oh,
and
the mango.
Watermelon. And
Dang.
So excited.
I hope they bring mangonada.
That was a beautiful word. What is it?
It's some
Doesn't matter.
mango
Nope,
drink
he just made it
with tamarind. There's a tamarind candy stick. It's so good.
They have to bring that now.
Good. They do. Mangonada.
He's
Jason's
announcing,
face.
right?
I know. Mangonada.
Hashtag.
So one thing we didn't ask on the Beyond Repair show,
Ooh,
which I've heard is very good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, which will be out by the time this is out, so check that out.
Woo.
But now that I have two yogis,
Yes.
and I'm using this term correctly,
Yogis.
Yeah.
yogis.
Yogini
Yogini. Oh, okay.
for,
Yeah, technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
for the girl version.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, favorite pose?
Oh, I love this question because it always changes for me.
Go for Samantha.
Okay. Right now, this very day, 1 hour after I practiced, full wheel.
Oh, really?
I love a full wheel. And it's because like I do have a lot of mobility in my thoracic spine, which might be a bad thing when I get older, but right now it feels really good. So thoracic, mid back, and I have a lot of mobility in that. So anytime I come into a back bend, it feels really good. Because not only am I like opening up my back, but I'm stretching out. It's a heart opener, it's a throat opener, and then you're engaging your quads, glutes, and lifting up. It's just very like, it's empowering, and I love it. And we do a lot of them lately. We've been doing a lot of them.
Okay, so what is your worst pose?
Ooh,
Because
yeah,
worst
no.
pose for me is full wheel.
Really?
And we'll
my
go over
gosh,
why.
No, this is great. No, this is great. Splits. I hate splits so much, and I know it's something I have to work on, but it hurts. It does.
The reason why I asked why favorite and worst is the worst pose is the one you should be doing.
Oh, I know.
The favorite one is favorite because you could do that.
I love it.
Like, ooh, I want to
So
show off.
pretty.
It's
Like,
so,
look at that picture.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But then splits, I'm like, don't take a picture of this.
and that's what your body needs.
I know.
So for me, full wheel, it's like the bridge pose is the worst one for me because I don't like, because my back, it seems like I'm not getting my full extension. I'm beginning to enjoy it. My favorite pose is handstand.
Oh, you love handstand. You're
It's
so good
much.
at
It's
them.
fun because you're upside down
Yeah.
and your world is, you're curious about things, and even if it's against the wall, you're upside down and
Yeah.
you just see things in a different. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I love handstands.
And you're a gymnast, too.
I was an
so-
ex-gymnast,
Yeah. Yeah.
So handstands.
Aw, that's
Full wheel,
awesome.
no.
Yeah.
Handstands, yes.
Yeah.
Well, no.
See, with that, like, and if I didn't say splits, I probably would have been like, I know I need to work my handstands, so therefore it's not my favorite.
See,
Yeah, I love it. No,
we're
it's
opposites.
great. It's great though because I know,
opposites.
like, with my yoga practice, like, I'm never going to stop doing it. No matter where I'm at in my life, where I'm living, everything, I'm always going to do it. And just to think, like, I've been practicing now for 3 years, and I'm like, I have so much growth left to do, so much, and I'm excited.
So worst can be most difficult, but there's the one that's like just, it's not necessarily difficult, but you're like, oh, this again? I don't get anything out of this one. Or is that a
You both
Well,
took
no,
a
but
really
it's the
deep
same
breath.
thing.
Like,
same thing?
But when that happens,
we
that's
go.
the pose you have to work on.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there a pose that just like, God, it goes over and over again? Up
Well,
dog?
I'm going to say it, chair pose. I mean, we do
Oh,
it so
chair
much.
pose.
You know, I mean, it's called like, I mean, you're squatting you're in the porta potty position.
Yeah.
So you're like hovering. And if you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, like, you eventually are just like, I'm doing it again, you know? But I really want to be able to be more mindful about my chair pose and like hit all the spots,
Yeah.
right? Tailbone tuck, belly button in, arms. I want my arms to be up at my ears. They just come down sometimes. So I know. I mean, I'm not being hard on myself, but I mean, with a yoga practice, like you want to be able to get the full benefit of the pose. And anytime that you're not doing the pose the exact right way, it's fine, but it could be detrimental to your body. You're not getting the full benefit, like you're not strengthening the right muscles. So there's always something to work on.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Now, Evansville Power Yoga, you're over there on Green River Road.
Yes, off of Green River on Tippecanoe.
Tippecanoe. Okay.
Tippecanoe?
That's near like Barnes and Noble area, right? That
Good
or
middle.
close enough.
Close enough.
to that.
Let's see.
Uncharted.
International.
Yeah,
It's the best landmark.
Yeah.
Or Yenching.
Yenching.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right around there.
Is that where you have all the classes, or do you?
We have where there's two locations. We do a lunchtime yoga at
First Pres.
First Pres.
I teach on Tuesdays at noon. So I really want to start blowing that class up.
Tuesdays
I want to
at noon.
Tuesdays at noon.
And First
Pres,
Pres,
across the
yeah.
street from Penny Lane.
Not that far from here.
No.
And it's only 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that
busy
means
every Tuesday at noon.
exactly. I know. For that 45 minutes, you are just slammed.
It's weird
There's
how
so
that
much
always
going
happens.
on. I know. It's just crazy.
It's that rubber band.
I know.
Yeah, it's yeah. I went down the stairs and it was shot everywhere. It's not great.
So, but yeah, it's a beautiful place to practice. Like I said, 45 minutes. So even if you are working, come over on your lunch break. You're not going to get super sweaty. Change, go back to work. It's better than coffee. Even though I love coffee, don't get me wrong, but
It's better than honey.
it's a
They're
really
not
good
sponsoring for it, though.
I know, pick me up. It's just a good pick me up.
So Zach owes you coffee next time he sees you, by the way, for this name dropping you're doing.
I just found out that Zach, thank you for doing this thing. I actually recommended it. I don't remember when, but I said you should do something where if you buy like 5 coffees, get something free. And now he's doing that. It's with an app, and I haven't done it yet, but yeah. So you get a free coffee or like free ice cream or something. So
That's a good deal.
check it out. Honeydew.
Now, this question has nothing to do with yoga.
I love these kind of questions. Remember the bear one? That was the best.
Yeah. Well, it's not as cool as that either.
Okay.
This one is just is an Evansville, more of an Evansville question.
Okay.
Is there something in Evansville that's like a hidden gem that you wish more people knew about, or think people don't know about? Maybe.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Me?
Yeah, it's like a place you guys eat. Actually, I'll say it then. Can I say it?
Go for it.
Herradura.
Yes. Herradura.
Herradura.
They're off of Belmead.
Have you ever heard of
No
him?
idea what you're talking
This
about.
is great. We're introducing him to
That's why I asked this question.
Herradura.
One of our yoga students called it hurdy-dirty. Hurdy-dirty.
Sure.
We're going to hurdy-dirty.
Hurdy-dirty.
But that's not... It's a Mexican restaurant.
Authentic Mexican with very good margaritas.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed my taco salad. Chips and salsa are fantastic.
Yeah.
And the inside is gorgeous.
Yes.
So nice in there. We had a work meeting there on Friday, and it was really good. And it was popping, too.
It was hopping.
Yeah.
They're still new, and their margs are phenom.
And they have a tremendous list, too.
Yeah.
They had apple margarita.
Mm-hmm. And they actually talked to the manager, and they said they want to bring more of the authentic Mexican flavors. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Bring that on.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Huh. So you stole his.
No, I didn't steal it. He probably
So
has
that
another
was,
one.
I think,
Or like Veggie Land.
Vegetable Land. Is
Yeah.
it Vegetable Land? That's
think so.
a hidden gem.
Yeah. I still haven't been there. But I was just thinking of places that you guys always talk about.
That I would say for right now, I'm digging.
You're digging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herradura.
I really like the Franklin Street Pizza Factory, too.
I have yet to be there as well,
It's great.
but I have heard good things.
Very good. It's really, for me, like, pizza is my favorite. So it's really hard to screw it up. But they did a really good job with their pizza. It's flaky, but not too flaky. It has the similar crust to like Toroni's.
Okay, sure.
Love the sauce. Cheese is great. It's all good.
Cool.
I love it.
I'm sure we'll be checking that out soon.
Yeah.
And then the second part to that question usually is there something you wish Evansville had that we don't have currently?
Dim sum.
Dim sum. I've never had
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Can we get it anywhere here in Evansville?
No.
Isn't what's the name of that place over on Vogel?
Mati 888 or
it's near the climbing near Vertical Escape. Yeah, I can remember them.
China Bistro.
There you go.
China Bistro. I've not been there.
Yeah.
I'm from San Francisco.
Yeah.
And so we would have.
They might have it.
Okay, they just have one though. Just
the one in San Francisco.
And it's not even in Chinatown.
Right. It's so weird. But whatever.
It's in the Italy world part of.
You're right. In Chinatown, it's nothing but pizza. Cannot trust San Francisco.
Dim sum. That's what we need. I've never had it.
They're dumplings and they're
yum.
it's. Mm-hmm. You've had it, right?
No.
He was saying, like.
Sure. Hey, I sound smart until somebody questions me.
Okay, dim sum and Trader Joe's.
Yeah, we need a Trader Joe's. Hands down, we definitely need that. I would like to see like a local frozen yogurt place. Which is, remember, I want to have a place called Yoga-gurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah, I want our yoga studio to have frozen yogurt too.
I think you combine yoga and the yogurt, like have it like a hot yogurt.
Hot yogurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Power Yogurt.
Terrible.
Power Yogurt.
Power Yogurt sounds way better.
I know. Power Yogurt.
Evansville Power Yogurt. It seems like it works.
And I would love to see an amusement park here.
Yeah.
I just want an amusement park like that's like huge.
Oh, I know.
I want an amusement park. I have to go to Holiday World. It's too far.
It is. It's a trek.
Seems like that's just lazy.
So, but what I'm trying to think too, other things that we really need as a city, because I know Lloyd's going to be listening to this. Just kidding.
He's my number one fan.
I know.
I keep telling him, no, you can't come on the podcast. He's like, how about this time? No. I just don't have room. Sorry.
Busy. Sorry.
I'm very busy.
We're filled up the next 2 years.
All filled up. Maybe when you're done being mayor.
I know exactly what we need. We need. Oh my God, I just thought
McDonald's.
No, we need more of those. The taxi service that everyone loves.
Uber.
Thank you. We need it.
Yep.
It has to happen.
Uber.
We need it.
Yeah,
we need Uber. Please. Uber, come to us.
Yep. I've heard that a lot.
Just saying.
It's on a lot of people want that. Mm-hmm. Talk to your friend, the Lloyd.
The
Lloyd. You have to include the article. It has to be the, not a Lloyd.
Not a Lloyd.
Not a Lloyd.
Or a Lloyd.
The Lloyd.
The Lloyd.
The one and only
Right.
Lloyd.
Jeez. Gonna get in trouble.
P.F. Chang's would be nice too. I like P.F. Chang's.
Yeah. Cheesecake Factory over P.F. Chang's. Though.
I agree. Because Cheesecake Factory has more options.
Isn't it crazy that we don't have a Cheesecake Factory
in
Evansville? It seems like we're primed for that.
I thought
we qualified.
They were going to build a Cheesecake Factory that is now DWS Shoes next to.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Been nice.
That was next. What is that? Biaggi's.
Right. It would have been the trifecta.
Yeah.
Bonefish.
And then.
I mean, think about it. People could have just lived in that little area.
Yeah.
Remember the podcast we talked about how nice that area is? It really is.
I cut all that out.
I mean, it was really nice. I mean, we were talking about how it's well lit. Yeah. It didn't really go along with the whole like downtown.
Yeah,
do it all
we were
downtown.
Talking about First Fridays.
I know, and then we're
spend it at Target Pavilion.
But
sorry about that.
But okay, here's the thing: there has to be some kind of connection because the balls that are by the riverfront, the big balls, concrete balls,
the red ones.
Your ball theory.
They're brownish.
Yeah,
they're over at Target too.
They are.
And they're bright red. There's some kind of connection.
This is the sand ball theory.
Wherever the balls pop up is where we should shop.
Where the Cheesecake Factory goes.
It is.
I don't know. Well, maybe wherever Tropicana, maybe they'll bring a cheesecake.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's a good idea.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then our city will be complete.
We're done.
No more.
That's it. That's
We're
it. No
We're
mas.
fine.
No mas.
We'll all give up.
Nope.
Nope. Sorry. No Whole Foods. No.
Whole
Whole Foods,
Foods.
no.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Classical music while you're shopping.
You get that at Fresh Market.
That's true.
And really high prices too.
No,
It's the best
I just eat the
worlds.
samples. Sometimes when I'm hungry, I'll just
yeah.
go in there and be like, and like try it. And then they're like, "Do you want to try anything else?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I do actually."
Samples are funny because like people just think samples are like, they're so ashamed of getting samples, but they like, you'll go over to someone giving oranges and they're like, "What is this?" It's an orange. It's like, I've never had an orange before. Try this orange.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is.
Oh, it's lunch meat.
Hey, what is this? It's an orange?
Orange?
Hey, honey, try this. It's an
Right.
orange.
You always have to pretend like
Yeah,
you're really
right.
super interested. Yeah.
Oh,
Pizza,
because at Sam's Club, they always have the
know.
elderly people doing it. And you don't want to hurt their feelings. So you're always just like, "Oh, it tastes amazing."
And then you like, where is it at? And then you like,
You're like,
don't
I'm not
avoid
going
it.
there. This is the best bagel bite I've ever had. You're-
And it's like a fourth of a bagel bite. You're like,
is this pepperoni? I'm sensing tones of pepperoni.
I know. See, like a little cube. One
Yeah.
cube of pepperoni.
Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah, the only pizza I cannot eat is school pizza, the square ones with the square little cube pepperonis. That's the only one. Any other pizza I like.
So San Francisco, how do you end up here?
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. My family, my dad was in civilian worker, base closures. It was an option either San Diego or Jacksonville, Florida. I'm sure we'll get to Evansville. Moved to Jacksonville, Florida. Met my partner there, and he was from Boonville. And I said, if we're going to move to Evans, to that location, it's going to be the next biggest city, not Boonville.
Right. Sorry, Boonville. But you know it's
Boone,
true.
Vegas.
Yeah. So that's why I'm here. And since yoga was such a very important part of my life, and, you know, people, when I moved here, people talked about how there's nothing in Evansville. And it was either complain about what we don't have or do something about it. So I chose to do something about it and brought this style of yoga to Evansville. And it's taken off.
It's changed people's lives. Case in point.
What was interesting is we brought it in 6 years ago. We were the first power yoga studio. Yesterday I went to the Y. They now have power yoga.
Oh, they do.
They
Who
have-
teaches it?
Several
I don't know.
teachers.
Oh.
Several teachers.
Okay.
Tri-State. All these now have power yoga because we brought it here.
You're the one.
So we were the original power yoga studio in
OG
Evansville.
power yoga.
Yeah. Original. So we brought it to Evansville.
So you had training in this before, or you just had done it and then
Yeah.
learned how to.
There are several there's so many styles of yoga, and the track that I've always have done is power yoga. I've been doing power yoga
Okay.
for 13 years now.
And I'm sure, like San Francisco, the yoga options are endless.
Yes.
Jacksonville, too.
Like
There's
dim sum.
many.
Jacksonville. I don't know. Talk about Jacksonville.
Yeah, no.
You have to go to Little Italy and San Francisco to do yoga as well. That's what you're talking about. Oh, gosh. But okay, so that so it is interesting. I always wonder why, or how people end up here, and maybe why they stick around, because it's you get that. I grew up around here, so that's why.
And by far, it's my favorite city.
Oh,
It is. I have family that lives in San Francisco, and I don't think, besides it being very expensive, I think it's the most expensive city to live in.
I think it is.
Oh, sure.
Right? And it's fun to visit. I couldn't live there unless I was in the city and I made that much money. There's something about Evansville where it's the people. The people are nice. I wanted to be a part of something. It's just like it's growing, and something big is happening to Evansville, and I just want to be a part of that.
Yeah, and you definitely, being a smaller area that we're in, you can really feel the change that you
Yeah.
can
That's
be a part
That's
of,
the
right?
part. Yeah.
right. And that's what makes Evansville so like, it draws me in that regard, and that like you can make such a huge change or impact on people, and it's actually like you can see it and you can feel it too. Like it's like a vibration throughout the city, but you have to be listening for it. You know, you can't have your like earmuffs on and saying, I hate the city and like
Right.
the roads suck. Sorry, that's like always something I see on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just like complaining. Like
What I wish for the city too is, and I could tell with my studio, is I wish we had more younger.
Yeah.
It always seems like the younger families are moving out to bigger cities, and I wish we could get those demographics to stay
Right.
and help make the city great. Because
Right.
like what you said, they have every opportunity to do what they're doing here. And if they go to New York City, it's almost like
you like
they
blend
can
in.
make a difference. They
Yeah.
can. I'm not saying they can't.
Yeah.
If they want to make a powwow, do it in Evansville.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what has kept me here. I mean, I think the age range from like 25 to 35, they're either like super involved and saying like I can make the difference, or they realize that and that they can make the change, and the light bulb goes off, or they're like, this place is awful and take me to a bigger city. Which, I mean, to each his own. We each have our own journey. Sometimes the people that move away will come back. Sometimes people that stay here feel like they've done what they need to do in Evansville and they'll leave. You know, it's everyone has their own journey. So I'm not judgmental of
Yeah.
all my friends that have left.
It's a choice, and
It
I
really is.
chose to stay here and create something.
And you have to be committed too. It's not something like here in Evansville, you have to, like brush away like the doubts and things like that, you know, and like that energy that you could pick up of negativity. But it truly, I'm a firm believer in that. You allow whatever you want into your heart. You can hear things, you can see things, you can even feel things that are negative, but you are the only person that can control like what affects you and how you respond to all that. So, I mean, come on, we see like all of those negative posts, you know, a lot about Evansville. And I mean, it's just, it doesn't affect us, you know, just keep chugging along. So,
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yep.
Cool. So, 7th inning stretch.
That's it.
Yes.
Come and yell negative things at Sam.
September 24th.
See how focused she is.
I know. It's just like positive punch.
Positively punch you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I would never do that.
7th inning stretch. The 24th, September 24th, 9 a.m. opens.
9 doors open
Opens
at
at
9.
10 o'clock starting.
Practice,
Ends at 11.
Okay.
and it's free.
So free.
I
It's
mean,
free,
It is free all over.
except for any food like concessions and any other food vending. That's not free. We just don't want it to be a surprise that they're going to get, you know, an all-you-can-eat buffet.
I know. That would be so funny. I'm sorry. I just imagine like Grandy's.
You know, they're not.
Like mashed potatoes, gravy, rolls.
Not
No.
after yoga.
Where's the corn?
Is Grandy's a good after yoga meal?
I'm sorry. Imagine the times we've had food at EPY after like an event or something. It's always like fruit. And
Fruit, sushi,
Yeah.
is great because
Oh.
it's clean.
Yeah.
Grandy's would be.
No? Okay. I guess I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
and like a giant thing of just hot sauce, just like ketchup.
No, they're fried chicken.
Oh, yeah,
just
It's
all
so
of it.
greasy.
Oh, yeah.
It's yummy.
Just
And it's greasy.
drink that
It's
gravy.
greasy. One time when I taught 5:30 in the morning class, you were out of town. I always will look and see it's like whatever the day is. So like National Day of blank. And one morning it was National Fried Chicken Day. And I told them, and Mary, she like busted out. She's like, no way. I was like, yep, it is. And she goes, I'm going to have some chicken tonight. She posted it on my Facebook wall later on that night. Mary Beth Owen.
Oh.
Yeah. And sure enough, chicken, she got it. So that's another reason why I do yoga. I'm like, well, I can eat some things that I want to have because I just sweated my body out. But yeah, I mean, I think like it's a balance too. It's not like I'm having fried chicken every night.
Well, it is. I mean, it doesn't mean because as a yogi, people think we're vegetarians or we're vegans and we're burn incense and we om and we.
Incense.
It's we're just humans.
We
That's
are.
It. We're just humans.
Yeah.
A lot of the students are not even flexible.
No.
And they do yoga.
I love it.
Yep.
Power chair yoga is like my favorite comparison of like the dynamic we have that come to our studio. And I love walking into chair yoga whenever it's finishing up, or like whenever they're, down there congregating, they're talking, and they are just like the most, like the yoga glow, the after yoga glow, and they stand and they sit and they talk and they congregate, and everyone's just feeling good after it.
And then afterwards, they're usually going out to lunch.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love that. So
they would have gone to dim sum if we had it.
Well, frozen yogurt dim sum place, right?
We could do
there
that.
You go.
That'll be our downtown idea.
Yeah.
The space. So we are in the works for everyone that's listening and wondering and asking, when are you guys going to move downtown? It is something that we're looking for.
Yep.
It's something that we have a vision and we have a game plan, and we are looking for a good place. So if anyone has any ideas for us,
yes,
let us know. We want to call it the space, and we want to make it happen. We want to be the first yoga studio downtown before anyone else gets down here. So hopefully we can make it happen. Not saying like we want to be the first and only. It's just, it'd be nice to make a presence down here. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Just call yourself first.
Yeah. We were the first power yoga studio. We're going to be first downtown.
First power.
If somebody tries to, you can just shake them down or something. One last thing, for days, if you're looking for like what's this day of, the 30th September is International Podcast Day.
Oh,
is it?
That's exciting.
Yes.
What are you going to do? You're going to have everyone here. A party. We're going to have a party in here.
We're going to have a party.
Let's do it. I'll bring some.
I want a petting
tending.
zoo. Could you bring a petting zoo?
Petting zoo.
Because I would come
Just
if you have a
goats.
petting zoo.
Just goats.
Just
Yeah.
goats.
Those ones that scream. That's all I want. That's it.
I was imagining the stout fire, the very beginning of the stout fire with like the donkey and like, remember he had like a petting zoo that came to the house.
There's a commercial with a screaming goat. They're just...
They're
Caught off
the
guard.
best.
Is it Geico? I don't know.
I don't know.
Any screaming goat makes me smile. That and farts. Goats and farts.
Wow. We learned a lot of things tonight.
Good to know.
And
Okay.
that's why he does yoga.
That's what I do.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you September 24th.
24th.
That's it. See everyone
Awesome.
there. You guys
Alrighty.
rock.
Yep.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Sam, for being on the show. Go to evansvillepodcast.com and look for show notes for the episode so you get the links to everything we talked about. And we'll see you on September 24th at 7th Inning Stretch. Let's set that record. And as always, good job, everybody.